writing down the words to say. It is time. I've been waiting 5 days to explain how you make me feel inside. Baby, got it all figured out. Wanna do this right. There's no doubt in my mind. Baby, you're the one. And tonight I am going all the way. The way you touch my hand, it all goes away. The things I planned, the things I would say. Now I keep rambling on. I sound so cliche. What I am trying to do is say I love you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And all the things that you do. Ooh, ooh. Sounds like a fool, 'cause when you touch my hair, the words goes away. What I am trying to do is say I love you. You don't know how I shiver inside. Doesn't show, but my nerves are inside out. It's because you're not worth less than perfection. Ooh, thought it was in my hands. Now I'm all confused, turning gold into sand. Don't know what you do to me. All I know is you can take my breath away. Yeah, 'cause when you touch my hand, it all goes away. The things I planned, the things I would say. Now I keep rambling on. I sound so cliche. What I am trying to do is say I love you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And all the things that you do.
Hello everybody, welcome. After the time lapse we have now produced a very clean yard. So what we're going to do in this episode, now that the snow clearance is done, is hope for the best that there's not going to be any snow for some time, although the forecast is showing more snow. So we may have to do some more snow clearance in the future. However, the amount of jobs that are actually available to us today are fairly few and far between. We have got just forestry, I think. So yeah, there is nothing except for forestry to do. I think the pigs are actually all good and the cows are all good, although another mixed ration is required over there. So we'll do that first of all, we'll get that done. In fact, there was no need to turn this engine off at all. We still require this tractor. So it's not going to take us too long to do this, very fast. I think the snow is going to be later in the afternoon. So if we can get quite a bit done before then, I suppose actually the forestry is likely going to be done in the snow, but that's fine. Just a bit cold for us, it's still -3. I think I left my bale spike over at the other yard, but I'll have to check first. Nope, actually it was still behind me. So I've now picked it up, we'll go over the road and we'll try and create a good mix. Again, I'm not entirely sure where I've put the feed mixer. This is a bit of a habit of mine, losing stuff. But actually, if it's not in this yard, it's likely going to be over at the pig farm. Let me just see. Yes, I think it's over at the pigs. I'm just going to go and find out. We'll give one of the workers a ring. Okay, we've just been on the phone to Frank, one of our workers, and he has told us that he is over at the pig farm and he is about to let us know if the feed mixer is actually over there. So we're just waiting for a call back. It shouldn't be too hard for him to go and find it though. So see you in a second. Okay, so actually he rang back instantly and tells us that it is over there. So what we're going to have to do is jump into one of these other tractors, because there isn't one over there. And we're going to have to go and fetch it first of all. So which one should we go in? I think one which we can actually take something with. I suppose the New Holland, because we can keep this trailer over there. And while we're going over there anyway with an empty trailer, we might as well fill it up with something that the pigs are going to require. So canola or wheat or barley or anything like that. So let me just go onto here and we'll see exactly what we've got at the worst price. So we've got canola just here, we've got plenty of it. The price is actually pretty good. The price is currently worse for sunflowers, but that is likely going to change. So actually, yeah, sunflowers. It's very hard to say though, because sunflowers can overtake the canola and it can be better. Just depends at what time of the year you're going to be selling stuff. Or in fact, what the demand is like at the time. It doesn't really matter what time of year. So I reckon, you know, because it snowed again over the top of the existing snow, it's actually now deeper than what it was. So there must be multiple layers in seasons. I wonder how deep it can actually get. That would be a very interesting thing to see. The turning is disguised by the blanket of snow. But here is the silo. The pipe for filling is somewhere around here. There it is. And we need to fill up sunflowers. We don't need that much though. 4,500 litres. Another reason why I don't want to give them a full load is, well, the price can change and sunflowers can actually be worth a great deal. So we don't want to be giving them a really valuable crop. Having said that, the oilseed rape is pretty much just as valuable. Right, so off we go. We need to make our long trek through the snow again. As mentioned, the roads are all clear, the council does the gritting, so we don't have to worry about slipping here. The yard is nice and clear. Much better than just leaving it with really deep snow on the ground. And we have a really good pile just there, the ever-growing snow pile, which is going to grow quite a bit more, because it's going to snow today, tomorrow, and even the second day of spring, second half of the first month of spring is going to be snowing apparently, but that is subject to change. Wow, this is very slippery just here. You can barely see the track. It's amazing how slippery it is. You could actually drift around this corner if you wanted to. Yeah, that pretty much does show you how little traction there is, despite this being a tractor. Yep, that is just pure ice. It's like compacted snow. So, again, this area has all been salt spread, so it's nice and clear. But when we get back to the pig farm, there's going to be absolutely no snow clearance at all, so it's going to be fairly lethal. We're going this way to save the embarrassment and damage of the machinery. Because as we all know, going the other way is not really suitable for these kind of machines. Only suitable for pickup trucks, that kind of thing. And yes, this is an ice rink. I'll give them whatever they require, but it's likely not going to be too much, as I have given them food recently. But anything they don't need, we'll just keep in the trailer and put it in a shed. I'm doing quite a bit of out of cab view, and the reason why is just to really show off the snow. You don't really appreciate it as much from the in-cab view. So, hello pigs, here you go. In these -1 temperatures you require some sunflowers. No, you don't require any sunflowers at all. You haven't been eating them. I suppose the food consumption rate may change during the winter months, but you'd have thought it'd be higher actually. I don't know how it works. Oh, look at that. There is a tractor here. We could have just brought the pickup, but it would have meant walking back to the other farm. So, no harm done. And we also have brought a supply of sunflowers, which is always going to be useful. So there we go. We've got the New Holland tractor here. The Valtra tractor is ready to go. And actually, it's already got the front loader and spikes, so we don't need the Massey Ferguson if we don't want to have it. So I think I'm going to jump cut here, and I'll see you back at the other farm. Oh great, it's now showing the current forecast is snow, so it's imminent. It could be within the next 5 minutes of gameplay, in fact it likely will be. So I want to get this done first. I don't really want to get loads of snow on the bales, although it's only going to be mixed anyway, it's going to be turned into feed, but still. we don't want to be doing it in the snow. So to save having to drop things off, I think I will just keep it all attached, as we do have the Massey Ferguson tractor here. So we'll jump on, a bit chilly, got a nice thick coating woolly hat on, and we'll start to load stuff up. So 2 of these we're going to put in. We're sticking with the original idea of 2 hay, 1 straw, and the rest silage, and it does work quite well. Despite it not being the perfect mix, it's good enough. Okay, and I'm actually very impressed that this tractor doesn't require a rear weight. It's actually on the limit of it. It's trying to tip forwards, but it doesn't necessarily need it. The only disadvantage with driving it like this is, of course, the back is lifting up slightly and it is putting a lot of excess weight on the front axle. The weight would have been maintained on the rear axle had we had a weight. Okay, next we've got the straw bale. So winter is quite a repetitive time of year because we've got to keep doing the same stuff. It's basically animal management, and then of course we've got to do things like the forestry and yard clearance. And if we have any more manure, we'll take that to the field, but I don't think there's too much at the moment. There is a bit, but nothing that we have to get too excited about. Good, so that is this part done. I'll take this back over, and we'll come back for the other one. We don't have Frank here at the moment, so we're going to have to drive it ourselves. Are we clear? No, we're not clear. That was close, almost skewered the pickup. Nice sunny day before the snow. And we can drive a bit faster as well, with it not being so treacherous. So I must make note of where I actually put this. The spike is definitely in here. This is where I'm going to keep stuff like this from now on. The bucket is actually in the muck heap. We should have either a clean out with the bucket or just have 2 buckets. One for the muck and one for the silage. Maybe the snow has washed it. Those cows must be very cold. Fantastic. So only one more thing to do, and that is to run back to the other farm and grab the Valtra. We may as well turn the engine off, although it's quite nice to keep it running as it's so cold. I think it's not so cold that we have to justify keeping it going. It's not like we've got a cab and we need to keep the heaters going. Our heater is our woolly hat. And that's how it tends to be with compact tractors too. Unless you are lucky enough to have a compact tractor with a cab. Don't want to get run over. Good. You know what? I think we're only going to keep the main yard clear of snow. This yard, the yard with the grain storage and the pig farm, don't think we can really justify the time and effort to do that. The main yard is, after all, the main yard, so that's where we're going to spend most of the time. Now when I say forestry, what I actually mean is we're going to take the pickup out with a chainsaw. Just get some logs for in the house, a bit of firewood. We'll just load up the back, and yeah, that can be it. But first things first, we must have a very good total mixed ration mix. Just parking here. So I have accumulated some snow in certain areas. The biggest part is over at the entrance, as you've seen, but there's one here as well. And I can only really see them getting bigger, since we have to do so much more snow clearance. That could be a bit of a challenge for us. How tall can we get our pile of snow? If we're going by the forecast, it looks like it's going to be fairly tall. already 1:30 in the afternoon. How time flies. Whoa. Yes, I think we should invest in a rear weight. We may even have one somewhere. It just seems a bit dangerous driving it without one. Try and keep the front loader low when driving. We don't want to be tipping it over. Although it shouldn't tip it over. It's not full. And I don't think it requires more than 2 bucket loads. 2 is basically the equivalent of another bale, because a bale is 4,000 litres and this should be 2,000 each, so 2 times 2 is 4, making 4,000. Right, let's just see how we're going. 99%, and that's only due to the issue with the bucket not filling 100%. So we'll just put this under cover so it doesn't get snowed on. There's the high-spec slurry tanker. What I do want to do as well, actually, just thinking about it, is put that sprayer under cover. I don't want the sprayer out anymore in the winter. Winter is almost past, it's now late winter, but still, I should still do it. And also, actually, just get it mixing a bit. Because it does mix when you put the material in there, the produce, but it doesn't mix unless you tell it to. Okay, that should do. I know you'd usually mix it for a very long time, but we don't really have the time to do that, because there is firewood that must be collected. It's now at freezing point. The ground is still -4. And I think the general idea as to what we should do with the weather forecast is just keep it open. Most people who did comment about it said just keep it open. It's useful and it's quite handy to keep looking at. So that's what we're going to do. Good. Another job sorted. It's so nice to see some higher temperatures on the forecast despite Friday actually showing 12 degrees, but snow. Maybe it won't be too bad. Just a bit of sleet in the air. We'll have to wait and see. I think really today and tomorrow are the main 2 days with snow. Now I did originally keep this in the workshop, but it doesn't really fit. It should go next to the crone. I think for the time being we'll just put it in here. We mustn't run over the seed bag. Good. So, yes, I have put the pickup in the field over here. And the reason why is because when I had to reset something, I can't remember the reason why now, but I drove over to here with the pickup, got into the vehicle which I reset, and left the pickup here. I don't like resetting, but the reason for it was something like, what happened? Probably shouldn't say anyway, because it's the realistic series, but something happened. Something made my vehicle not be able to move again. It was one of the tractors. And it also looks very open with the trees not having leaves. It can really change the landscape. Now I didn't really want to keep this pickup, and we may well still change it. But as we've still got it at the moment, we're going to use it in this episode. Although a pickup rodeo isn't really what I had in mind for a British Maps vehicle. The 4x4. Should be a Land Rover or a van or something like that. But I've been putting so much concentration into the farm itself, I didn't really think about the pickup. And these tyres on ice are not good. The only reason why I'm going up here is to take the toolbox out. Otherwise it's going to be smashed to pieces in the back of there. I will also have to check where the best forest is to go to. I'm not too bothered about a really dense forest because we're only going to get like one tree in the back of here. It's not a very big load space, but it does need to be a forest, otherwise cutting trees down in the middle of nowhere is going to be a fairly strange thing to do. Snowbank. Oh yes, and actually, yeah, I must just say this. Thank you to everybody who posted a link to the Handbrake mod. Very helpful. I haven't downloaded it just yet, but I'm definitely considering it for the future. Because a handbrake, although in these vehicles in Farming Simulator it's not really required, sometimes it is, because there are a few which will have a tendency to drift about, even when you've got out of them. So it is a useful mod still, but just not that often. So let's just stop here. We'll get the we'll get the map out, and it looks like there is just one absolutely huge forest behind field number 11, which I was aware of, but the way that we get there is actually a new way. Never been there before. It's past field number 7, so this could be something new for us. It means driving over this treacherous snow again. Whoa! Yep, it's very icy. Oh, I can't even accelerate. This thing has got so much acceleration and so little torque that it just spins. Wow. Or maybe it has lots of torque. I think it's just got bad tyres. So there is the forest in front of us. Obviously it's all evergreen, so it doesn't really look too different to what it would have been. But the hedges all around it have lost their leaves. I'm assuming this is all hawthorn around us here. Ooh, look! A muck spreader. A very old one has been left at the side of the road. Yeah, so I may have been around here just once before, but I never really have ventured around here properly. So it's slightly new for these videos. You may have been here before though. Got a thatched cottage just there, and I'm guessing the entrance to the forest is just around this corner. Is it just here? Yes, it is. You wouldn't really know though, with it being so snowy, because it covers over all the tracks and it's still treacherous. Maybe coming to the forest today was a bad idea. We're only looking for one tree. A tree which doesn't look exactly healthy, which we can cut down and just use for a bit of winter firewood. One which is ideally dead, because then it will already be dried out. Otherwise it's very green wood. Although, I'm not seeing any dead trees. I know there are some in Farming Simulator, but it just depends if it's been put into this map. Yes, I can't see any. In that case, we'll just have to go for one of the alive trees and hope for the best. I don't think we can cut those ones down. They're not dead anyway, they're just deciduous. Alright, okay then, so let's just cut one of these trees down, get my chainsaw out the back. There it is, it started up. Yeah, can we condense one of these trees into the back of that pickup? We will have to see. A bit of a challenge, I would say. They're very tall trees. We're going to have to take the foliage off, at least we're nowhere near the pickup. So we shouldn't fell it onto it. And it's also going to start going dark very soon as well. That is one thing that needs to be put into this game actually, just thinking about it. Tree falling sounds, like the cracking and all those kind of sounds of a tree falling, the big smash at the end. It is lacking a sound effect. Well, there it is. If I just prune the end off, it may disappear. Yeah, it hasn't done, but sometimes it does do. Now, I already know for a fact that this is not going to fit into the pickup, so we could come back for it at a later date. We'll just take what we can do today. We should have brought a trailer. Yes, next time we'll bring a trailer. Get on for the car. Now, it's done this before, there we go. Sometimes it doesn't show the little green and blue mark for cutting. I'm not sure why. I think it's probably just something to do with the positioning of where you are. Yeah, you've got to look down more. But that all seems to be working well. Yeah, it's all to do with the positioning. We'll do one more for good luck, and then it's going to be time to start loading. I'm hoping we're going to be strong enough to actually be able to pick these up by hand. If not, we'll have to just shape them a bit more. Yeah, that is a lot of stuff. Plenty of wood. Next time we'll definitely load this up, or the van, which we may well buy, and a car trailer, and we'll get loads in one go. We could just bring a tractor trailer, but I think doing it this way is probably a bit better. But I don't think we're going to do it again in the snow, just because it's so slippery. It's too heavy, too heavy. That one? Yes. So we just need to reduce the size a bit. Straight through the window. Perfect. Yeah, I've definitely overestimated them. They are very heavy. So if I just cut these ones in half, or thereabouts, we should then be able to put them into the back and hopefully take them back to the farm. We're just going to stack them up outside the house for the time being. After all, it's our firewood. We don't want to be taking it anywhere else. We can strap. We're going to have to strap. Otherwise we're going to lose most of this on the way back. Oh, and it's just snowed. It's just snowing. I'm just realising that there is many snowflakes falling from the sky. You probably noticed long ago. I am preoccupied with doing this. Maybe we should put them the other way around for here. Maybe not. I think we're going to fit all this in, just nothing else. And when we get back to the yard, it'll probably be totally covered again with snow. Just got to keep clearing it. Oh! New little game of mine. How far can you throw a log? We've had this before though. It's not a new game, it's actually done. Right. Get in there. Don't knock any more out. Good. Just square it off a bit. Now I don't know how well the straps are actually going to work. Although they do seem to be. Yep, we're so strong we can pick the entire thing up. Perfect. That's good. Now it's time to get snowed in. At least we have a bit of weight on the rear wheel, so there's a bit more traction than what there was. How on earth do we get out of here? I'm a bit disorientated. Oh wow, I didn't realise. Look at the minimap. This is actually a worn track going around here, but I didn't know because it's just so snowy. This is like a roundabout. Doesn't feel like it, but it is. Oh, that's not good. So somewhere just down here is the track to follow. I appear to be on it. It would be so visible if there wasn't snow on the ground. Somewhere over here. I'm not sure. I'm very lost. It's a good job we have the minimap. Really doesn't feel it that this is a worn track. We're definitely going to have to return when the snow has melted just to see what this actually looks like. It's feeling a bit more worn now. Very bumpy. Wow. It does look very Christmassy. And this, whoa! This is the exit. Just sliding through the exit. Like a great finish to a race. And that is definitely overloaded. Doesn't it look festive? It's going to be perfect for my Christmas special this year. We always do one. It tends to be Farming Simulator, but I'm hoping this year, even though it's a long way away, to do a bit more than just Farming Simulator. That is my very early plan, but that's still about half a year away, so I mustn't get too obsessed with the planning there. Well, here we are, getting snowed in quite badly. It's been a treacherous journey back. I'm just dreading to see the yard, because it's going to be really deep snow again. So we've got at least this snowfall, and then another snowfall, a bit of a thaw, and then another snowfall. It may thaw completely on Thursday, actually, looking at it, because it's going to be sunny and plus 10 Celsius, which is way above freezing, so it should all disappear. Maybe a bit of my great big piles of snow stay, but yeah, it should, on the whole, thaw quite well, until Friday when we get some more snow showers. But that's going to be plus 12, so I just can't imagine it being too much then. It's really today and tomorrow. So here we are, we're back, and it hasn't actually settled here yet. We're lucky. But it is 6:30, so it is time to put our feet up in front of a nice warm fire. Luckily we already have some wood inside, but this is a nice supply for next time. So we'll reverse in, as we may need to have some acceleration getting out tomorrow. And yes, we're going to call it a day. Perfect. Right, so thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Hopefully you're enjoying the snowfall. It is super fun, but also a bit dangerous. Virtually dangerous. Yeah, good job we can't die in this game. Anyway, again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.